All right, so let's start off looking at Netlify and SupaBase. Netlify, it's netlify.com is the website. The first thing I want to look at is the pricing structure, and there you can see you have a free tier, and yes, I'm still on the free tier but then I must say it's for two small websites. But as you grow, you'll probably go to the R9 personal one that you can probably host 10-20 web applications. That's quite big without any effort. So it's currently that means about 150 Rand. So just sign up and you will be taken to your projects page. You will have nothing now. Just say add new project and give it a name. Think of a website name and so forth. I'm going to use just our rebelglitch.com website to show you what's going on. So the first thing you can see is the bandwidth you use. You can do all kinds of configuration. We will go through it as we need to, right? So when we need to do something, we'll go to Netlify and I'll show you how to do it. You have all kinds of things, for instance, deployment. You can see yesterday I made changes to the website. So how it works in Cursor, I make the changes and then I send it to Netlify. So Netlify gets it and then it gets deployed onto the internet. So deployment will be, I deploy the whole change program to Netlify and then Netlify will deploy it onto the internet. You have places where you can add domain names. Netlify makes it quite easy. You can even have a free domain name for your site if you want from them, free for the first year, or you can register one and it will show you exactly how to set it up. It will give you secure certificates for free, no charge for certificates and so forth. And then you can have things like web security. It will show you blocked traffic and why it was blocked. I don't see anything blocked here yet. But you can set up firewall rules and all kinds of things. What is even more impressive is its extensions. So it comes with a whole lot of additional extensions to make your life easier. You can see there's quite a lot of them. You can even connect from Netlify directly to SupaBase as an example. You can see my installed ones. I have Netlify pre-render extension installed. We'll talk about that later and we will install that. But that is, in a nutshell, Netlify. Also, you can have members that can work on certain domains, maybe your staff and so forth. But yes, that is Netlify. I just want you to have a little bit of an idea. Netlify, by the way, also have the ability to work with functions. So you can create all kinds of functions. As you can see here, I've got some AI gateway functions and so forth set up. There's additional functions. Okay, here you can see how a function will work in real time and so forth. So that's it for Netlify. Go to Netlify, create your account, create your project, come up with a nice name for it. Of course, you can change it anytime you want. SupaBase, also in the URL is supabase.com, have a pricing structure, and their pricing structure is even better. You will get a away for quite some time on the free plan, 3 or 4 biggish websites, right? And then you'll go to about 200, 250 Rand per month from there on. But on the 250 Rand, you'll probably be able to host 50 odd websites or web applications easily, right? And let's go into my SupaBase. Again, I'm on projects. Most of them work like that. You have projects, and then you can go into a project and work in your project. So in this case, it will be 3 different databases. I'll go to my Rebel Glitch database, and it will show me how many authentication requests I've had. That was, for instance, I just want to, in the last 24 hours, just look at it, 9,500 authentication, 5,000 authentication requests. Okay, so you can see there's quite a lot happening. If I'm going to, I just want to go back to my limits. You can see this plan, even with a big website like Rebel Glitch, I'm not even using 3% of its capabilities. Some things even 1%. Back to projects, back to Rebel Glitch, and there I have the database. So the first thing you'll see is you have the product overview. It is this page here. Then you can see all your database tables. Okay, now I'm looking at my OC keywords. We have a keyword engine running, so we can rank better for keywords. But if you look at a database table, it's very easy to understand. It looks like a spreadsheet, right? You have your rows, and each row will contain data of something. And you have columns, and each column will have a name and the data type. For instance, is it text? Is it just numbers? Is it integers? And yes, you can use booleans and all kinds of things like that. So as soon as you have something like this, it's called structured data. It's not just random data that's placed all over the place. Each piece of data will be structured into a column, so you know exactly that column 3 or column, in this case the priority column, will show you the priorities of things. In this case, the priority of ranking keywords for a specific keyword. And you can see I've got many tables. Now the interesting thing is, not one of these tables I created myself. Cursor did. So what Cursor will do is say, okay, you need a table to store your customer orders. And it will then give you the whole SQL is a language, it's a database language. It will give you the whole SQL structure that you copy and paste into your SQL editor. And you hit run, and the tables will be created on your behalf. So you don't have to sit and worry about creating tables, as an example. There's a lot about the database itself, how everything connects together. You have things like your functions, you have triggers. Triggers will mean if something ends up in a table in a specific column, let's say, and it might say 15, it can trigger a function that will display, maybe it's even in WhatsApp if you like, for a customer to say, hey, your fridge is running at 15 degrees, the ice cream is going to start to melt. All right, so the guy gets a WhatsApp, and so a field can be triggered when it hits the database. Functions, Again, functions are created for you inside your cursor. You don't have to create your own functions. But functions is nothing more than small little programs that is normally written in Python for stuff like your database to execute. You can see, for instance, I have here one that says sign up, meaning when somebody signs up, what should happen in the database. So on your server side, in your program side, it will just send to SupaBase, new user, sign up. This is what he says his name is, his email is, and his password is. This function then will take it and add it to the database and so forth. So you can see all the different functions I have. Extremely small little programs. Like, for instance, delete a supplier order. So your Node.js is not going to create a whole thing to delete a supplier. It will, or a, in this case, a supplier. It will just send to SupaBase delete supplier 105, and here's the whole function that shows how to delete things, even the Java or the SQL language to use and so forth. Last thing I just quickly want to mention, I won't open this one because then you'll see all the users' email addresses and stuff. That is, of course, supposed to be private. But anything to do with authentication, like a user's name, password, those fields are stored and managed by SupaBase. I, for instance, cannot even see an encrypted password. Nevertheless, the real password, and if I can't see it, nor can a hacker. But I want to show you the storage. So you can store PDFs, all kinds of things. You can even have rules in here that says images may not be bigger than this, or this must be images, it cannot be PDFs and things like that. Let's look at product images, for example. Go to products. This is now a little container in the big bucket, and there is an image. If you click on these little dots here, you can get the URL. I'll just open up a new tab, Control V, and just see how quick it is. I'll hit enter, 1, 2, 3, now. It's fast, right? It is super fast. So, but that is the URL of your image. That all is handled by Cursor. You'll see how it happens. You can even upload images to Cursor, and Cursor can add it into the buckets for you, right? So a lot that SupaBase is, in the end of the day, going to take care of for you. So create your SupaBase account, please, and start your first project. Even play around, create a silly little table just for the fun of it. I'll see you in the next lesson. Bye.